Is freaking out right now because Twitter, which prefers to identify as X, released this new feature in which you could actually see the country of origin of an account, and it's now being revealed that a lot of these MAGA accounts out there with hundreds of thousands of followers that have a big influence online are actually based in other countries. The way my jaw stayed in place. So I could literally go through like 1,000 of these accounts, but I'll show you just a few. Like this account, America First Verified. Well, turns out this account is based in Bangladesh. How about America Man, based in Indonesia? What about MAGA Nadine over here? Oh, it's probably some dude based in Morocco. Okay, Mary Tiles, Texas, you sure post a lot of pro-MAGA stuff online. Oh wait, you're from Russia? Interesting. Like I said, I could keep going and going. Nigeria. This is a major account that always gets Elon Musk's attention. This is based in India. This Ivanka Trump fan account based in Nigeria. This big MAGA account is based in Papua New Guinea. This one's from Serbia. Ultra MAGA Trump 2028, Nigeria. Dark MAGA Coin, Thailand. The MAGA Beacon, South Asia. MAGA Nation, Eastern Europe. Aaron Trump News, Eastern Europe. I think this definitely confirms what a lot of us thought but couldn't definitively prove, but now this feature is live. If you're on Twitter, if you're on X, you could see this on anybody's accounts. So just think about the foreign influence operations that are happening right now on this app. Think about the lawmakers who feel pressured by accounts like this. Think about the disinformation that spreads as a result of all these accounts out there. So in addition to the foreign influence angle, I actually see a simpler explanation for a lot of these accounts, and that's the fact that X pays their content creators for their posts, specifically their verified content creators who engage with other verified content creators. And so in this case, you can imagine somebody living in India or Bangladesh wanting to figure out how they can make a few extra $100 a month, a few extra $1,000 a month, and realizing that if they spread this MAGA propaganda, they are getting checks from Twitter, which change their lives if they're living in a country where they would normally live on just dollars a day. And so all this together has just created this really dangerous online landscape. And so it's important that we call it out, and it's important that we realize that this is going on not just on Twitter, but on all social media apps. Hey, if you like this video, remember to add the Midas Touch podcast right now anywhere you find audio podcasts. I'll be back with more updates, so remember to spread the word and follow our account for more.
Did I wake up to X outing every major MAGA account as a foreign agent? Yes. Okay, let me make this very clear. MAGA is Make America Great Again. How the can you make America great again from Indonesia, from Nigeria, from Southeast Asia? Baby, you mean to tell me?
Welcome back. How are you guys doing? Let's jump right into this one. This is buzzing the internet. I bet you're doing good. Yo, what is going on? I saw this in the news. But it's not really buzzing the way the internet is taking it. The internet is taking it to a different level. Like, are y'all telling us that all these MAGAs account, they are not real MAGAs? You know what I mean? I don't know why Elon Musk chose this time to do this, but something is going on, and people are just putting their reaction online. How do you guys feel about this? Let's jump right into this. Credit to the creators for giving us this opportunity to add our comment. Let's go listen to more reaction. Elon Musk just did what? I think he just exposed themselves. I don't know, that's what a lot of people are saying, but let's go listen to more.
What you mean, Germany? Germany. You know what I think? I think a snotzy in hiding is running that Fox page, or at least created it back in the days. Back in the days when it was Twitter. Yeah. And if I was Germany, because it's very much illegal to be a snotzy in Germany. I don't know if you guys knew that. It's very, very much illegal. Y'all should look into this account. High key. Do an IP address, IP track, whatever you got to do, and find out who created that account and who's behind it. Because Fox News in Germany, Maybe I'm too woke.
Elon just re-enabled the country of origin feature where you can see which country an account is posting from. But here's where it gets a little bit suspicious. He disabled that feature only for government accounts. This comes after many people discovered the official DHS account is actually based in Israel. So he decided to disable this feature shortly after it went live. Now, when it's been re-enabled, government accounts are exempt. And of course, the DHS account posted a meme of Trump here like it's all just one big joke. Everyone's laughing. But the comments are suggesting a much different story. The top one says no one's laughing. This guy says being owned and controlled by a foreign country isn't funny, it's sad. Another guy says this isn't funny. You're the Department of Homeland Security and you're not even based in my homeland. Treason. People weren't just imagining things. The platform itself said this account was created in Israel and changed usernames multiple times. Then, instead of providing us with any transparency, Elon decided to suddenly exempt government accounts from the geotag feature. That means everyone else still shows their country of origin, of course, except for the exact accounts that people were asking questions about. That's not just a simple bug fix. This reads a lot more like damage control, and the timing really couldn't be more obvious.
Did I wake up to X outing every major MAGA account as a foreign agent? Yes. Okay, let me make this very clear. MAGA is Make America Great Again. How the fuck can you make America great again from Indonesia, from Nigeria, from Southeast Asia? Baby, you mean to tell me? We knew this shit. We just couldn't prove this shit. Thank you, Elon. Thank you for allowing us to see where these folks were from. So now we know that MAGA is a bunch of bullshit on top of that. You mean to tell me our Defense Department is in Tel Aviv? How you going to protect us from there? Why is the location saying Tel Aviv? You supposed to be protecting America. How you going to protect America from Israel? This administration is like, y'all keep telling on y'all.
Elon Musk sat back and played chess instead of checkers. Elon waited for the perfect time to switch the algorithm and show everyone's location for their account. You know damn well Elon knew that all those accounts, those major MAGA accounts, were fake. He knows that. So he knew that when he changed that setting, exactly what was going to happen and what was going to be shown. And he sat back and he waited until the time was perfectly aligned and perfectly right. And then poof, he dropped the atom bomb. Elon is actually a villain character from a real Marvel comic movie, the trillionaire that took down the president.
Well, breaking news earlier this morning and all over the internet, I broke the news that the Department of Homeland Security's Twitter said that their location said that they were located in Tel Aviv, Israel. Well, the Homeland Security, whoever's running the fucking Homeland Security Twitter is pissed, and they are actually responding as like a person. So the Department of Homeland Security, this is the official government, this is what the gray check mark is. This is the official Department of Homeland Security's X. I can't believe, so the first one says this is fake news. Location was not available or any gray check account at any point. Furthermore, the DHS has only shown IPs from the United States since the account creation. They quoted this random person's thing and said, I can't believe we have to say this, but this account has only ever been operated by the United States. Screenshots are easy to forge. Videos are easy to manipulate. Thank you for your attention to this matter. This was, look what them been talking about. I personally saw it last night when that bitch said Tel Aviv. They're lying. They're lying. I keep you up.
According to one study, the percentage of bots on Elon Musk's Twitter was above 40% during the United States elections. We are now learning from those on that hell site where a lot of these popular right-wing accounts are coming from. For example, I'm just going to read these off. Baron News _ is based in Macedonia. Kai Trump official commentary, Caroline Levitt News, Eric Trump fan 1, huge accounts, all in Macedonia. There's a 1 million follower MAGA account called Ivanka News _ They're based in Nigeria. Godly Nations, another right-wing account, based in Africa. Make Europe Great Again, Scary Europe is the handle, based in South Asia. War Hamster, United Arab Emirates. Ian Miles Chong, who's just a total right-wing dipshit, He's based in the UAE, at least according to his Twitter, though it seems he might be based in Malaysia. MAGA Scope, Nigeria. America First, Bangladesh. Ultra Trump 2028. William Albrecht, based in Nigeria. Patriot _ USD1, Hong Kong. I mean, guys, IDF Babes, based in Nigeria. Patriot Dave 77. These are all massive accounts. South Africa. Red Pilled Nurse, who poses as an American. All of them do. Based in Europe. Then there's an account with 42,000 followers, Honeymoon 250, based in Nigeria. MAGA Scope, another huge account, based in Nigeria. And I think Max Berger actually put this quite well. And here's what he wrote. If I'm understanding this correctly, X is owned by a white nationalist who pays poor people of color in developing countries to pretend to be working class white Americans to scare other white Americans into being afraid poor people of color from developing countries are going to ruin America. This is why my usage has gone way down. And it is also why so many of us were telling others that were arguing with random accounts that, dude, you're engaging with a bot. All of these accounts are bot farms. They could either be in Nigeria, they could be in the Middle East, they could be elsewhere but the United States. And what this has done, because they are massive accounts, is sown this degree of being thoroughly unstable politically in this country. The bots have won. Or those people who are running these accounts abroad and saying, I'm this hot white girl MAGA conservative, rate me 1 through 10, and getting paid off of Elon's money in whatever creator program they have quite literally ruined this country. People eat this stuff up because they think it serves their best interest, when really what we are seeing, and also how Elon learned about this and turned this feature off from us being able to see where these accounts are being run from, has just led to a seismic downfall. And for so many that have been red-pilled, I truly don't know how they come back.
Best that happened in that goddamn app since Elon bought it. It's the best that happened to that app since Elon bought it. And of course, my people are at the forefront. There's a lot of countries at the forefront. Let's talk about it. I know you have heard that recently, right, X, aka Twitter, you know what I'm saying, has started showing information about where accounts are based in. See, it was one thing when we thought, you know, most of the people online are bots. It's another thing to figure out most of the people that are not bots, that are all online. Hey, man, you be in topics you got no business being in. Now, you know, I would know, take it from me, right? Some of the most polarizing topics to get into: politics, music, sports. I'll be in the thick and thin of it all, right? And it's such a relief to know now we can just ignore certain people that peddle narratives that's like, this is not even you being involved in a global conversation. This is you pretending to push hate. I mean, why in God's world is the Ivanka Trump news page based in Nigeria? You standing for Donald Trump's daughter from Nigeria? But here's what it really means, right? Here's what it really means. I mean, I'll show you another example. Let me not pick on my people a little bit too much, but I feel like it's a little easier when I do it, because I don't want none of y'all to turn this into some racist shit, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, how are you MAGA, American Eagle? You're based in Pakistan, so on and so forth. You see this with pages in India, Somalia, etc. You see it, right? But let's get back to the topic at hand. The reality is, it's going to save that app. Because, like I said, the main thing I want you guys to take from this, right? From the political angle, let's go one by one. From the political angle, right, stakes are high, right? Especially domestic U.S. Policies, right? They know right now a soft spot. They know right now a sensitive spot is the whole MAGA thing, right? Harboring hate, dividing people, right? And they know, hey, Elon was paying for engagement. They know, conservatives, I'm sorry, maybe MAGA specifically, they know, right? They know it's easy to pretend. It's easy to pretend to be on that side. Y'all willing to let people in quick, right? It's more, I'm just telling y'all the truth. So you see a lot of these accounts pretending. Now, also funny, right? You see what they pretending as. Right? Not a lot of room to pretend as real policy discussion people, right? There's not a lot of room to be that fake account from Nigeria, India, and saying, oh, let's talk policies at the house. No. It's all standing that cult stuff, right? All harboring hate. But I will say this, on another side, on the foreign policy side, see a lot of people, right? Either you're taking advantage of the people that are being subjugated, the people that are being oppressed. You're taking advantage of acting like you're in those lands, whether it's Gaza, Ukraine, etc. Or on the other side, right, you're getting paid. You're in another country, you're getting paid. Maybe it ain't 7K. You're getting paid to promote pro-oppression propaganda. Okay, now let's move on. Music side. One thing I'm noticing, music is global. Music is global. I ain't mad at people in Europe. I ain't mad at people in the continent of Africa. I ain't mad at people in South America. You know what I'm saying? Talking about the music, running stand pages. What I'm mad at, and I'll leave it to my black American friends to go ahead and handle it. I ain't gonna hammer it on. That's your conversation to have. Is some of y'all was hiding, acting like you was from these main cities, right? Acting like you was culture talk during the battle, right? Right? Or some of y'all on the opposite, you was talking about, oh, that's slave music. You was pretending. You was pretending to be American, black American in specific. It's so funny. On the music side, that's what it was. On the politics side, it's mostly pretending to be white American. Now, lastly, sports. Consequences to me a little low on that. I've seen a lot of nonsense. People, you in La Liga conversations. You're in a whole other continent acting like you're a Barcelona fan. But whatever. I think that's consequences of that are low. But anyway, Elon and his people, shout out to, who is it, Nikita? I don't know that person's name. That sounds like that's really the brains of the operation over there. But of course, Elon won't get the credit. You got to keep this feature, baby. You got to keep this feature. I'm loving it because now, especially for the people that are not going to put their face on camera, we know who to ignore.
So you're telling me that all these large Trump supporter accounts on X were secretly from Israel, Nigeria, Europe, and Russia? Of course they are. Of course they are, because in real life, conservative ideas are not popular. And this is why they've had to fake their popularity for years. And the reason this is such effective propaganda for the Republican Party is because conservatives don't know about politics. All they know is they want to be on a winning team. And not a lot of people know this, but for years, they've been artificially getting conservatives on the New York Times bestseller list because CPAC and the RNC, they buy thousands of copies of conservatives' books, and then they just hand them out at events. And this is their way of getting Don Jr. to be a New York Times bestseller. And this is also why every day we see more and more AI accounts of hot women here on TikTok being like, hey, if you're not easily offended and you support our troops, follow me. And then you see all these lonely men in the comment section being like, yeah! But in real life, conservative ideas are not popular, and Trump has only gotten less popular since he took office. And as I told you guys before, I've been screen recording lots of Trump supporters that have completely turned on the guy in the last few months. So I'll be back with more satisfying MAGA crash outs so you can see how unpopular Trump and the Republican Party are in real life.
This right here broke the internet. This right here, I had it in the news, but when I saw it online, I was like, okay, yeah, my people on the internet, they are going to write this up. And trust me, they did. Credit to the creators for giving us this opportunity to add our comment. Go down there in the comment section and add your comment. Why do y'all think the richest man in the whole world decided to do this at this time? Why do y'all think that? Do not forget, he used to be with this administration. He used to be with this administration, right? He was working with Doge. I remember that time that he was cutting the federal workers. They were just like laying all these federal workers off. But right now, according to the news that we had in the news, Doge is no more. So that means Elon, you know, he has stopped working with this administration for some time now, and they have been having back and forth. But why did he decide to do this right now? I just think he is showing his power. He is showing his power. He owns the hacks because he know for sure if he turn on that switch, we all gonna see what everybody is saying now. So why did he do it? Why did he do it? A lot of people say thank you. They are saying thank you to him. People that do not like him before, now they are liking him because he is letting us into some MAGA, you know what I mean? The MAGA secret. He is letting us into it, and the MAGAs are furious. The MAGAs are not having it, but we do not know what and why and where this is going. Add your comment down there. How do you feel about this whole thing? I think more. We're still gonna learn more. Until then, stay glued. Add your comment down there. And if you haven't joined the growing community, what are you waiting for? Right here, you are gonna get your daily gist. Bye for now.